So we're back from our little bit of a walk there to get water. Gonna make some dinner. As I mentioned, still got the stove up here, and so that's really nice, really convenient. Just to already have this in place, easy to make a fire in there. Just a few twigs, and that thing's roaring right along. So the other thing I mentioned, I didn't bring a lot of gear with me this time. That's basically my cooking pot. Stainless steel cup. These cups are awesome. It's a brand called Ascend, and they're available at most camping stores. What's kind of really nice about them, I think it's about 500 milliliters, or about 2 cups if I'm not mistaken, so 16 ounces. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm going to go with. Anyway, what's really nice about them, stainless steel, of course, so you can put it right on a fire or in a fire. And the other thing is that they're the perfect size that your standard Nalgene bottle fits inside there. So if you got a water bottle carrier like I do, you can basically save space by putting that at the bottom of your carrier or the bottom of your pack, having your Nalgene. Not everybody goes with Nalgenes. I like Nalgenes. They don't leak. I carry stainless steel in the wintertime, plastic in the summertime. Stainless is a little bit heavier, but because it's a single wall bottle, you can basically put it right on your fire to melt water, or on your stove. Obviously you don't want to leave the lid closed up tight, otherwise that thing will build pressure. My stove is pretty warm here. I would just crack the lid. I haven't had an issue with because the water's so cold in there. It's mountain runoff water, just leaving the lid on, but cracked a little open. So you can do that, or you can take the lid right off with the little lanyard there. So that's kind of nice. Once again, just like the plastic ones, these ones don't seem to leak. So for dinner, oop, that was kind of noisy. I'm gonna get some water going in the cup, because that's all the pot I brought. And I'm gonna may as well throw the Nalgene on there as well, just to kind of warm that up. Might want a little bit of tea later. So this is mountain runoff water. I did throw a couple of tablets in there about half an hour ago, so it should be ready to drink. But I'm going to boil it anyway, because I'm going to have some tea, and I'm going to need some hot water for dinner here. So for dinner, this is the amount of food I brought for a couple of days. Still too much. But anyway, I gave myself 2 options for dinner tonight, depending on how I felt, and I already know which one I'm going to go with. So I'll just kind of go through this a little bit. Cheese, individually packaged, so keep my scent profile down here. I can open one at a time, and then, sorry, but I burned the wrapper so that there's no scent left in here. Package of pre-cooked bacon. These are bacon bits, so I can use as little or as much of that as I like. But again, fairly small package, so once I'm done with it, I can burn the plastic. I know you guys are going to be all over me about that, but really don't want to be carrying food, garbage in my pack here. So my 2 choices for dinner tonight, and if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that these Idahoan potatoes, tonight we got our buttery herb variety, are probably my favorite on the trail. And the thing is that you don't have to mix any water, butter or margarine. You basically boil your water and you pour this in, and you have mashed potatoes, and they taste like real mashed potatoes, not something phony. They are potatoes. So I could probably buy these in a big box, but those are so darn convenient in the package. Whatever. So that's my one main course option. I have another main course option, and I made these in one of my previous videos, so I don't know that there's necessarily a need to do it again here tonight. But I'm going to call these my magic beans here, and what that is the mung bean, M-U-N-G, and that's the one that's still in the husk. I got quinoa in there and chia seeds. So 2 tablespoons, just kind of rounded off, mung bean, 2 tablespoons of quinoa, and I think 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. All of these seeds and beans are extremely good for you. Better than lentils, way better than rice. And you know, high vitamins, minerals, you name it, essential fatty acids, whatever. So this little package, I would normally do that in about half liter of water. So my cup is a little bit small for that whole package. But you're gonna have to let this simmer for about 40 minutes. If you got a stove like this or a fire, that's easy. But you know what? It's so late. It's already 20 to 8. I'm kind of more in the mood for instant mashed potatoes because these are going to be ready as soon as the water boils. So this little bag here, I can once I cook that up, I can hardly finish that all. So you know, awesome option for kind of some survival food, trail food, super healthy. This stuff will keep you alive, you know, forever. Not quite, but anyway, very good for you. So what I'm going to do tonight, what else I got in my bag here? I've got some dehydrated ginger, which you've seen before. I make a little bit of pine needle dehydrated ginger tea, and I just brought a little bag of noodles. These noodles are Japanese style noodles, really small. These cook in 3 minutes. So if you got food out here, you want stuff that if you got to cook it, especially if you're using a little butane gas, bring stuff that cooks really fast. So 3 minutes boiling on this and you got noodles. Some of the other ones are 7 minutes, 25 minutes. Look for something that boils really quickly. So that's the rest of my food here for 2 days. I got a little bag of nuts somewhere and a couple granola bars stuffed in a pocket, but essentially that's it. So there we go. Water is boiled. Mashed potatoes are mixed. Just gonna cube up some cheese there. Drop that into those warm mashed potatoes. Give it a little bit of a stir there. So this cup, I couldn't get it quite full of water, and there's a little bit left in the bottom there, so I still got some more water heating on the stove. So because I didn't bring a big enough pot this time, we'll have to do our mashed potatoes in 2 batches. But that's okay. I'm so hungry. It's 9 o'clock. I could eat probably a couple of those packages. Anyway, there it is. Mashed potatoes, real cheese, good to go. Bon appetit.